good morning class. How are you today? I hope that you are in a good condition. Today I would like to explain the following material about 4 kinds of English sentences. This particular video is the next video or the following video after the introduction video concerning the definition of sentence and also the types of clauses. Please watch this particular video and also underline the important information from this video, since this video will assist all of you class to comprehend more this material and also answer the following analytic questions.
Therefore, class, what you need is to understand a variety of sentence structure in your writing in order to give a little bit more life. There are 4 types of English sentence. We have simple sentence, and then compound sentence. We have complex sentence, and last we have compound complex sentence. This is not exactly easy, but it is not exactly hard. Okay, let's start. Now we'll review what is independent clause. An independent clause contains a subject and predicate, and it can stand alone, while a dependent clause contains a subject and predicate, but it is not a complete thought. It begins with a subordinating conjunction, so it cannot stand alone. Your writing will be more effective if you learn to incorporate different kinds of sentences in your writing. By using a variety of sentence types, you can make your writing more interesting and you can control a reader's reactions. Alright class, let's take a look at the first sentence type. The first sentence type is a simple sentence. A simple sentence only has one independent clause, and an independent clause has a subject and a verb, and it expresses a complete thought. You can underline that a simple sentence only has one independent clause consisting of one subject and one verb. For examples, some students like to study in the morning. Some students as the subject, and then we have like as the verb. What they like to study in the morning. The second example, the green dish broke. The green dish as the subject and broke as the verb. The next example is the llama spit. The llama is the subject and spit as the verb. Sometimes simple sentences have compound structures. There are 4 main types of compound structures in the simple sentences. Let me explain. The first one is compound subject. It means that a subject that has 2 parts that are often connected with a coordinating conjunction. For example, Cassidy and Arturo like to study in the morning. Cassidy and Arturo are 2 separate nouns. They are subject. When they are connected together using and, they create a compound subject. The second structure is compound verb. A verb that has 2 parts often connected with a coordinating conjunction. For example, we have Alicia goes to the library and studies every day. The sentence means that Alicia goes to the library and Alicia studies every day. In this example, goes and studies are 2 separate verbs that make a compound verb. The coordinating conjunction and connects them. The next structure is compound direct object. The direct object means a noun that receives the action of the verb. To find the direct object, you can easily ask the question who or what. We have the example, the queen dish hit the ground. So, what did the dish hit? The ground, right? When the ground is added to the rest of the sentence, it shows where the dish broke. Therefore, the ground receives the action, and it means that the ground as the direct object. The last structure is compound prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase is a phrase that begins with a preposition. Now we have the example, the llama spit at the man's head. The word at is a preposition. It means that at the man's head is a compound prepositional phrase. Now class, we take a look at the second type of English sentence, which is compound sentence. A compound sentence has two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. It is commonly abbreviated as fanboys. Except for very short sentences, a comma goes right before a coordinating conjunction. For examples, we have I tried to speak Spanish and my friend tried to speak English. We have the first independent clause, I tried to speak Spanish, and we have the coordinating conjunction and then the second independent clause, my friend tried to speak English. The next example, Alejandro played football, so Maria went shopping. We have the first independent clause, Alejandro played football, and then it is connected with a coordinating conjunction, so. The next independent clause is Maria went shopping. Alright class, now we take a look at the third type of English sentence, which is complex sentence. A complex sentence has one independent clause and one or two dependent clauses. A complex sentence always has a subordinating conjunction such as because, since, after, although, and when, or a relative pronoun who, which, and that. If a dependent clause has a subordinating conjunction and it is located at the beginning of a sentence, a comma should be used to separate a dependent clause from the independent clause. The first examples are complex sentences using subordinating conjunctions. When he handed in his homework, comma, he forgot to give the teacher the last page. We have a dependent clause when he handed in his homework, and then we should use comma, since a dependent clause with a subordinating conjunction is located at the beginning of a sentence. And then we have an independent clause. He forgot to give the teacher the last page. The second example is the teacher returned the homework after she noticed the error. We have an independent clause. The teacher returned the homework. Here we should not use a comma since a dependent clause with a subordinating conjunction is located at the end of the sentence. We have a dependent clause after she noticed the error. And then the second examples are complex sentences using relative pronouns. The first one is I have a friend whose hair is pink. We have an independent clause I have a friend, and then a dependent clause is whose hair is pink. The next example is this is the book that everyone is talking about. We have an independent clause, this is the book, and a dependent clause that everyone is talking about. Now class, we go to the last type of English sentence, which is compound complex sentences. A compound complex sentence contains two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. This is the most sophisticated type of sentence you can use. For example, though Jack prefers watching comedy films, he rented the latest SPY thriller and he enjoyed it very much. We have a dependent clause. Though Jack prefers watching comedy films, and we should use comma after a dependent clause who is located at the beginning of the sentence. And then we have the first independent clause. He rented the latest SPY thriller, comma, before the coordinating conjunction and then the second independent clause. He enjoyed it very much.
Alright class, that's all the video explanation about the types of sentences. So don't be afraid of the complex sentence structures and don't be afraid of having a variety of types of English sentences. You merely need to find the basic formula and then practice to analyze and use the structures in your daily life. If you have any questions, you can text me via WhatsApp or email. And then thank you for watching this video. Have a good day and God bless you. Bye bye.